No love for whoever's standing in the way. If off the mall, we all gotta win a day. I ain't perfect, cause even though I sin, I pray. I'm a man of my word, I mean what I say.
Anything that I do going forward is for you.
Black Men Cry Too is an invitation for men of color to feel safe to share their truth and unpack their hurt. My name is Catherine, aka Retro Barbie, hashtag bright hair dark liquor, and I created this space as an invitation for Black men to feel empowered to know it's okay that they can cry too.
Choices, chances, and consequences. The decisions that you make or don't make, they're gonna affect you.
What controls you, courage or fear?
No love for whoever's standing in the way. If off the mall, we all gotta win a day. I ain't perfect, cause even though I sin, I pray. I'm a man of my word, I mean what I say.
Anything that I do going forward is for you.
Black Men Cry Too is an invitation for men of color to feel safe to share their truth and unpack their hurt. My name is Catherine, aka Retro Barbie, hashtag bright hair dark liquor, and I created this space as an invitation for Black men to feel empowered to know it's okay that they can cry too.
chances, and consequences. The decisions that you make or don't make, they're going to affect your future.
What controls you? Courage or fear?
I believe I know what I can get this.
What's up? It's your girl, Falashade Okenmoken, the owner of Unscripted TV. And I'm just here to let you know that we have a new show. And it's called Redefining Now, where we discuss redefining moments from the past, coming up in the future, while talking to some game-changing movers and shakers making history right now. Hey. How are you doing today? Hopefully great, because I'm doing well and it's always great to see you guys. But welcome to Redefining Now, where we discuss current events, trends, and influential people across the diaspora and in that order. I'm your host, Falashade Okenmoken, the creator of Unscripted TV, which is the interactive cinematic experience bringing you amazing Black content in an immersive way. If this is your first time joining us today, thank you and welcome. We're going to be doing this every Tuesday at 8 p.m., so you're in for a treat. And if you're interested in taking part, please feel free to connect with me via the email address below. If you're viewing this on YouTube or Facebook, head on over to www.unscripted.tv. That's where you can get the full experience. There's a live chat, there's interactive capabilities, there's so much happening there, and we have so much in store, so we definitely want you to come on in. Look at my sign in the background, y'all. It's all messed up. That's my son's fault. Anyway, thank you all for coming on. I'm excited to see you. Of course, we want to see you on the Unscripted platform, so head on over to www.unscripted.tv, like I said. But let's talk about what is coming up on the show. So, today's show is super Black, loud, and proud. We will literally be taking a ride down memory lane to celebrate Black Music Month. And to kick things off, we'll be speaking with singer-songwriter Melissa Jones. But we will also showcase a few new shows coming to Unscripted and highlight some major partnerships that are in the works. Now, let's get to it. All right. Actually, before we get to that, I think that it is very important that I bring up something. Last week, we had a special redefiner on that was just featured, speaking about her documentary that she's working on to find missing Black women and girls. And her name is Antonia. And we want to give a special shout out to Antonia because she just celebrated her birthday, and I believe the same day as her birthday, she won an Emmy. So she was Emmy nominated when she was on the show, and just a week later, she is now a redefining Emmy winner. So congratulations to her for winning that Emmy on Check Please Bay Area. This is just the beginning, and that's what makes this so great. See, seriously, that's really what makes Redefining Now so amazing, is the fact that we're always discussing topics with people who are doing the work to redefine their narratives. And we love to see it. And we want to see more of that right here on Unscripted. So stay tuned for all of that we have coming up. Now, we want to get into a few things that are coming up again. We are proud to announce our partnership with Competitive by Nature, which is a group of A&T grads that wanted to bring pop-up fitness to DC and are now curating events that mix health, nutrition, and entertainment all into one. On Juneteenth, they will be having a music festival with 2 DJs, live performances by future band DC and Ray Wimley, all on a Black-owned farm in the DMV area to bring the historical presence of Juneteenth to our attention. We'll be there with our setup, and we'll also be getting the redefining story of why they're doing it. Last week, they hosted a fish fry for their pre-sale tickets. And next week, they're going to be our featured guest here on Redefining Now to get everyone prepared for the Juneteenth event and for Juneteenth in general. So I definitely want you all to join us, which means get your tickets. I'm going to share more information from them and how you can find your tickets to be there, to meet us, to meet everyone, and to really celebrate Juneteenth in style. But check out more about them now through this video.
We are competitive by nature.
Yeah.
My name is Randall.
I'm Jamil.
Eugene.
We're out here today because we decided about 6 weeks ago to do a Juneteenth festival.
Okay.
All right. The overwhelming support led us to put out a little thank you to the people.
Yeah.
So we told folks, hey, if you get your pre-sale ticket by today, which is Monday, or by Sunday at midnight, on Monday morning, we'll send you an email.
Yeah.
So this is customer appreciation. We did not expect to have this many pre-sales sold leading up to our Juneteenth event.
Yeah.
So we just want to give back. We think of ourselves as like multipliers. Like the people gave us something, now we're gonna multiply and give it right back.
Yes, sir.
So we're here for a family appreciation day.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. And Juneteenth, why is it important to me? Why is it important to us? We're celebrating the freedom of our people. Straight to the point.
Yeah. Listen, if you haven't gotten your ticket already, make sure you get it. It's gonna be a crazy vibe. Your ticket gets you a T-shirt, gets you a fish plate, give vibations. We got future band DC, live music. It's gonna be a celebration, man. So get your ticket. Stop playing games. We ain't playing with you.
Hey, thank you, man.
All right. So that is something really exciting. Again, we hope that we get to see you there on Juneteenth, which is next Saturday. No, not next Saturday. We hope to see you on Juneteenth so that you can celebrate with us with their special event. Now, we are also excited to announce a huge partnership with Bloco, the Black-owned business directory with over 20,000 downloads. You should make it 20,001, 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep it rolling. Like I think all of you should definitely download it on your phones. It's a really amazing app. So as you know, Unscripted is the interactive cinematic experience that really brings fresh, new, redefining narratives to the silver screen. We run for free, but the goal has always been to increase the lifespan of the Black dollar in our community, cooperative economics. So by partnering with Bloco to do this, we are working with them, which is a great directory where you can find all types of Black-owned businesses to support. And we will be working directly with their directory to pair businesses up with shows and content creators on Unscripted to create commercials, product placement, show sponsorships, all of that. So if you want to get listed with Bloco, use our code Unscripted for a really rewarding surprise, but also so that you can start working with us to have your brands on our network. Yes, I said to have your brands, your businesses, your everything that you're doing featured on Unscripted TV. This is how we work together. This is how we do cooperative economics. We find somebody that's doing a really great directory so that when you go to certain cities, you can scroll and find exactly what you're looking for, places to eat, places to go, things to support, people to support. And then we're bringing them onto our network where they can have commercials, where they can have product placement, where they can have people see their products, their services, their everything right here. Like, it's a perfect union. I'm really excited about it, but that's not just it. Blocal is also going to be hosting their new Blocal University on Unscripted. So you see, Markeisha, who is the owner of Blocal, has done a really amazing job with her marketing, with all of the things that she's done to grow her brand and her business. And she wants to make sure that she's helping these businesses that are on Blocal do the same exact thing. And we are proud to host Blocal University on Unscripted. So she'll be releasing more information on when those dates roll out and how you can sign up to be a part of that. We'll be releasing more information on our packages through this partnership so that people can start getting their commercials and their product placements and all those fun things. But in the meantime, I definitely want to remind you to get listed with Blocal and to download it onto your phones so that you can start using it. But right now, I think it's probably important for you to hear a little bit more from the founder, Markeisha, from Blocal. And hopefully very soon, we'll be able to share a live that we did last week when we did our big announcement to let people know about what we're working on. We talked to a lot of people about cooperative economics, and it was a really great discussion. I'm gonna have her back on here on Unscripted and on Redefining Now to really kick off our partnership. But for the time being, I want you to check out this video from Markeisha to hear more about Blocal and why you should support it.
Hey y'all. Okay, so I have a question. Who's looking to support Black-owned businesses? Everybody? Good. I have the perfect thing for you. Blocal Search is a nationwide directory and app for Black-owned businesses. So that means you can find businesses across the entire country, especially local to your area. So visit our website today at www.blocalsearch.com and make sure you download the app. Visit the Apple App Store and the Google Play Store to get started today. Remember, we can make a difference together and be the change that we want to see.
Doesn't that song just make you feel good? Dun, 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 dun. It's so like, yes, we are here. We're winning. No, like seriously, I'm excited about Blocal. Hopefully you are excited too. But I want to take a second. Let me see what's going on in the chat over here, right? Unscripted, see who's there. I see Huey, I see Teresa, I see Ariana. They're shouting out Antonia saying congratulations and giving you information on getting listed with Blocal. Also, one of the questions that I want to put out there in the chat now is, what is your favorite moment from Black music history? It could be recent, it could be from the past, but I definitely want to know, like, what is a redefining moment from Black musical history for you? Share that in the chat so that we can kind of come back to that and have a little bit of a discussion about that later. But welcome, you guys. I'm glad to see you guys here. And we are going to keep this show on the road. So, I'm talking about Black Music Month. And June isn't just the start of summer, but it's the hot month for Black history, from the Tulsa Race Massacre, which we did highlight and we had a really great discussion, to Juneteenth, which we are highlighting and going to have a great discussion next week and an event with people. Of course, to Father's Day and Black Music Month. Like, there's just so many reasons to celebrate and cook out, and don't invite everybody to the cookout, y'all. But no, seriously, there's just so many reasons to start kicking off these cookouts, and it's really, really exciting for us to do that. So in honor of Father's Day and in honor of Black Music Month, we have 2 new shows, or shows that are coming back, that are going to be airing this month, and we want to make sure that you know about them. So tomorrow, which is June 9th, we will debut Black Men Cry 2 at 7 p.m. Last month was, of course, Mental Health Awareness Month, and this month we have Father's Day. And I think that it's a great month for us to really highlight mental health awareness and Black men having a safe space to not only cry, but to speak, to be, to grow, to grow. So we're excited to have this show, Black Men Cry 2, coming on to Unscripted, and we will be showing a trailer for that in just a moment. But also, in honor of Father's Day and Black Music Month, we want to highlight another show that will be coming on June 18th, Reno KOQ's Tragedy and Triumph will be airing at 7 p.m. on Fridays. So you definitely have to check it out. He's a really dope father. He went to Howard University. He's a dope rapper. He just has so many great things going on, but he has gone through his trials, tribulations, his tragedies, but he is triumphant and he is continuing to build and continuing to grow. And we're excited to have him as an exclusive show on Unscripted. So without further ado, I really want you to check out both of their trailers. So the first one that you will be seeing is Black Men Cry 2, which again airs live tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I can't speak. And on Friday, June 18th, right before Juneteenth, that is when Reno's Tragedy and Triumph will re-air, and we are so excited to have that show back up and running because it's so great. So I definitely want you guys to join for that live show reboot as well. But without further ado, check out the trailers. Black Men Cry 2 up first, Tragedy and Triumph next.
Black Men Cry 2 is an invitation for men of color to feel safe to share their truth and unpack their hurt. My name is Catherine, aka Retro Barbie, hashtag bright hair dark liquor, and I created this space as an invitation for Black men to feel empowered to know it's okay that they can cry too.
I know I ain't crazy. Yeah. No love for whoever's standing in the way. If off the mall, we all gotta win a day. I ain't perfect, cause even though I sin, I pray. I'm a man of my word, I mean what I say. Anything that I do going forward is for you.
Okay, so hopefully you just checked out both of those trailers. We're excited about both of them. Again, tomorrow is for Black Men Cry 2, and June 18th is for Tragedy and Triumph. But you know what time it is. It is redefining moments, or time for redefining moments. Oh, well, I mean, I'm going to come back to that. Look at my computer being all queued up and ready for me, and I'm not. No, but now it's time for redefining moments. And redefining moments is when we discuss moments in time that will affect our community or that already are. Earlier, I asked a question about what is your redefining Black history music. Oh my goodness, Black music history moment. You know what I'm trying to ask. Let me see what I actually asked in the chat because I know that Teresa caught it for me. What was your redefining moment of the week? Or my fave Black music moment was when Michael Jackson surprised James Brown at the 2003 BET Awards. All right, Teresa, that actually is a really good musical moment, especially with Black music. I'm actually not gonna share mine. I'm gonna ask that question with our guest later on to see what she says, but I'm not gonna share mine because I honestly think that we have such a long trajectory of history that really is redefining. And if I was in any of those moments would be the redefining moments for me because I really love music. It's in my body, it's in my bones. I'm Nigerian, it's in my soul. So I just want to get us on this quick timeline of some things that have happened in the past that are huge for Black music in history. Let me pull up this screen while I do it. So okay. This is actually a quote that came from Bruno Mars. He said, "All of American music is black music." And when you say black music, understand that you are talking about rock, jazz, R&B, reggae, funk, doo-wop, hip-hop, and Motown. Even salsa music stems back to the motherland. Black music, he said, is what gives America its swag. And we couldn't agree more. Now, people have their beliefs of how Bruno Mars is doing with his music. I personally love him, but I have seen his progression from where he started and where he's at now, and I really do feel the soul that's within his music, and I know that it comes from us. So, like it's just exciting to know that. I know sometimes people need to hear it from someone else in order to understand it, but we've been knew it. So it was nice to hear that. And then even on June 7th, when Jimmy Carter declared that it was National Black Music Month, he joked that all of the greatest artists came from his home state of Georgia. And it is true, there are a lot of really amazing artists that come from there, but the reality is we have so much history and so many great moments from history that aren't just a part of black music. They are a part of musical history. Like, they redefined narratives. Almost everything started with us kind of switching stuff around. And I just want to run through a few things that I think are really cool so that we can kind of get up to date with what we're talking about. So 1927, we got Louis Armstrong, who took the ragtime jazz and redefined it to be what we now know of it as. We're talking about 1927. That's almost 100 years ago that he was able to do this. And even now, people know Louis Armstrong's voice. Like, it's no mistake that you know that this man has done something that really redefined a narrative when it comes to music. 1936, Robert Johnson, not Bob Johnson BD, but Robert Johnson inspired many of rock music's most influential people. This is including Muddy Waters. This is including Keith Richards. Like, he really influenced the people who we know of that are in rock. So we're talking about jazz. We're talking about rock. We're talking about all the way back to 1936. And then the list just continues on. 1938, we got Sister Rosetta Tharpe. In 1939, Billie Holiday sang Strange Fruit. If you did not see that documentary, wait, is it a documentary? No, but if you her movie, the movie that just came out, oh my goodness, with Andra Day, who killed it in her first acting debut. Just so believable. Completely killed it. Matter of fact, I'm going to put that down as a musical memory that redefined some narratives. That acting was great. Strange Fruit, 1939. If any of you remember Strange Fruit, that is one of those songs that she was being terrorized not to sing. She was being followed. She was being chased down by the FBI, set up by so many people, and she had a hard life. Like, you could feel it in her music. But that song on racial injustice that she would sing changed so many narratives. Look, I'm getting teary-eyed because I really like that song. Really, that's one of those songs that really does it to me. And let's see, what else do we got? We got 1950, Miles Davis redefines cool. Yes, come on, Miles Davis, Dizzy Gillespie, oh my goodness, Birth of the Cool in 1957. It did not come out until 1957, but the track started in 1950. This means that he had a long time to build into what we know of, and people still are influenced by Miles Davis. Masego, he gives me like a modern vibe. Like, oh my goodness, please don't get me started, y'all. But yes, then 1956 we got Chuck Berry. You know who he influenced. He definitely influenced so much in rock and roll. I'm gonna make this a little quicker because otherwise I'll be here forever. 1959, Fats Domino inspires the sky with Be My Guest. In 1961, Motown starts all of their amazing things. We're talking about Marvin Gaye, the Temptations, the Marvelettes, Berry Gordy. Yeah, yes, we're talking about Jackie Wilson. We're talking about so much. Yeah, Motown is a whole story on its own, a redefining narrative. We need to get people on here for Motown for this month. 1962, Ray Charles finds the soul in country music. We all know that Ray Charles did it. And if you need, like, especially because some people are young and they really haven't listened to Ray Charles, or they haven't listened to some of these redefining musical moments. Jamie Foxx did an amazing job in that movie. So you go check that out and go feel that. Let me just keep going, because goodness gracious, I'm only in 1966 with John Coltrane, who inspires psychedelic rock. And we all know what that is. And then we have the Impressions, which inspired the civil rights, or it worked with the civil rights movement. Oh my goodness, I'm just gonna Aretha Franklin, Jimi Hendrix, Fela Kuti, come on, Naja. Sly and the Family Stone, Parliament Funkadelic. That's family right there. Parliament Funkadelic. What's up, Jerome? Bigfoot. DJ Kool Herc makes a turntable, the instrument of hip hop, in 1973. And then we also have Gamble and Huff, Gloria Gaynor. Oh my gosh, let me Bob Marley, 1978. Wow, I should have actually did a video to show y'all all of these things. 1983, Michael Jackson breaks the MTV color barrier. That was a big deal, and I know that y'all remember that. But then I wonder if they have it when he switched over and started putting his videos on BET, because he got banned from MTV with one of his songs, which was crazy. Prince, 1984, Purple Rain. 1988, Public Enemy. 1989, James Brown becomes the most sampled artist of all time. 1992, Whitney Houston redefines what the blockbuster is with The Bodyguard and I Will Always Love You. Oh my goodness. Tupac Shakur, 1995, he made his hip hop into poetry. 99, Jay-Z makes rap big business. Like, these are all, thank you, Pandora. These are all like a long list of just really redefining moments with Black music and history. Beyonce sparks a new women's movement in 2016, and she is still running the world. 2018, Kendrick Lamar wins the Pulitzer Prize. Childish Gambino comes at This Is America. Like, we just have so much that's going on, and that really redefined the narrative when it comes to Black music. And the beautiful thing about music is that it never dies. It just continues to mold. Some people get influenced by something specific, and some people get influenced by what they're around. But no matter what, music will always be an influence. Music will always be there and be growing. Right now, we do have some things that are happening when it comes to music where when it comes to, like, let's say hip hop and rap, we got so many really dope artists that are coming out that are unfortunately not able to make it to their full experiences. Like, we're talking about Nipsey. We're talking about King Von. We're talking about Pop Smoke. So there's the great in music. There's the bad that we experience in music. But we just want to continue to find ways to redefine the narrative surrounding music. And I'm excited to kind of have this conversation, the good, the bad, the ugly, but really because I want to talk to people who are up and coming, who are really doing great things when it comes to music. So before I get to all of that, good. Okay. So let's see. Yes. So before I get to all of that greatness that is coming up, I want to give you all a breakdown of who we'll be having on the show, and then introduce you by showing one of her music videos, and then we're just going to hop in and have a really great dialogue and conversation. So Melissa Jones is coming on today, and she is, hold on. Oh, okay. So while I'm talking about her, I would love for you to continue to think about who are the redefining narratives currently that are in music right now. So write that in the chat. I'll come back to those after we go through the music video. But while you share your answers, we'll be joined by Melissa Jones. She is a whose musical style and cadence is reminiscent of improvised jazz, which dates back to Louis Armstrong, 1927, remember, with an electric fusion of neo-soul, hip-hop, and R&B. As a singer-songwriter and producer, she channels her energy through free-form scatting and melodic rhythms. I was gonna try it, but that ain't my thing. Melissa has collaborated with a multitude of musicians and artist, and was the former lead singer of a soul band, No Lovely Thing, a genre-bending 7-piece band that combined a mixture of neo-soul, blues, funk, and alternative rock. Melissa has gone on to record and collaborate with other producers, musicians, where she strengthened her songwriting and production skills. Born and raised in Oakland, California, Melissa currently resides in Brooklyn, New York, where she is recording and working on her debut solo album with producer-musician Eric Lewis, which is set to be released in September of this year, 2021. Now, before we bring her on, please enjoy this music video of her hit song, Make It Last.
Ba-da-da-da-da. Oh, ba-da-da-da-da. Let's make up what we started. Can't spend no time apart. It's always hard to be away from you. It's what you do. I'm in the groove. Don't wanna lose it. I don't mean to let myself get caught in love and lust and all above. 'Cause my heart is banging with the drum. We gonna let the beat play on. We just gonna make it last. Don't move too fast. We just gonna make it last. Don't move too fast. We just gonna make it last. Don't move too fast, no. We just gonna make it last. Don't move too fast. Ooh, ah, ooh, ah, ooh, ah. Let's take our time and explore. We got a lot to learn. There is no limit on what we can do. We get to choose how we move, keeping the mood lit. Nobody can get in our way. We're not stopping now, we're living life. We gotta feel the mood and let it ride. We're gonna let the beat play on. We just gonna make it last. We just gonna make it last. No, we gonna make it last. We just gonna make it last. Don't move too fast now. Make it last. We just gonna make it last. You and I got me. I know you got my front and back. Yeah, I know that you got me. Yeah. No, we gonna make it last. When we go down to the ground, down to the ground, down to the ground, down to the ground. Make it last. Oh, yeah. Make it last. Breathe down the rhythm, make it last. Breathe the we're just gonna make it last. Don't move too fast. Ooh, yeah. Just gonna make it last. I said that we gon' make it. We gon' make it. We gon' make it. Gonna make it last all night long. Make it last. Yeah. Make it last. Just gonna make it last. Don't move too fast.
Yes! last. Just gonna make it last. Oh yeah, I was performing over here. Yes, come on. Welcome to the show, Melissa. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I am great. I am great. Look, I got
Good.
jealous when I saw you the hair design that you did. I want to be able to do stuff like that. Like
Oh my goodness. That was fun. It was interesting and fun. If you want like a wire, it was made out of like a hanger. So all experimentation.
wow, I loved it. And I mean, that's what music is, right?
Hmm.
Yeah. So, okay. So one, welcome on the show, but I definitely want to make sure that we get your answer before we even get started. So, obviously, it is Black Music Month. And I think it's important for people to kind of know what is your favorite Black music memory.
Man, it has to be Michael Jackson Thriller. It has to be Quincy Jones just existing in general. Like he just has done so much for black music. It's just amazing. A span over 70 years with 28 Grammys. Like that is that's epic, you
Yeah.
know? And so I'm just really grateful that he exists because if it wasn't for him, you know, a lot of things wouldn't have happened. So it's just
I,
that moment right there.
I'm gonna clap for that. I agree. You're totally right. There are so many people that are connected to him, and lately I think he's getting closer to sharing more of those stories. Because every time he starts talking, he has a story that I'm like, sir, stop, stop it. He knows way too much. So I would be beyond excited if he just gives a whole tell all so we can get all of that. But
Hmm.
that's a great one.
Yeah, watch his documentary. It's amazing.
I didn't know
Yes.
he had. Oh my goodness.
Yes. He tells it all there. That's why I'm like, watch the doc.
Oh my goodness. How old is it? Why didn't I know?
It's I guess a few years. I don't it's on I watched it on Netflix
Oh wow,
a
that
few
makes
months
sense.
ago and
Okay.
it was dope.
I got something to watch for Black Music Month.
Hmm.
I should be shouting
Yes.
out unscripted, but I'm gonna shout out Netflix because that is dope and I want people to watch it so we can have this conversation. So thank you for sharing that.
Yes, of course.
But no, like, so thank you. I just read off your amazing um resume of all the things that you're working on. Super excited to hear more about your album that you're releasing later this year. And then also to just kind of be brought up to speed with everything that you're doing. So I
Yeah.
really, really appreciate you for coming on. Now you're jazz, and I earlier I gave like a long list. I really had to cut it short because there's just so many things that have happened with music, period, that Black people have influenced. But you sing like a really soulsy, jazzy vibe, and it's all mixed up. Can you just explain how you developed your sound?
Ah, man, I it's hard to answer that question because it's like I've been inspired by so many different genres and like I know I'm very jazzy and soul, but like I listen to soul. I mean, there's so much influences in so many different, music genres, rock, blues, and I kind of like to take things and experiment a bit. And like I was fortunate to grow up in a household where I was exposed to so many different types of music, listening to Earth, Wind, and Fire, Michael Jackson, and also listening to like Madonna and Billy Idol and the Beatles, and like kind of just fusing all of those together to kind of piece together myself in some way. But I mean, a lot of my influences are, like I love soul music. I love like the Temptations and the Delphonics, and that's like where it all came from. And then I discovered Baduism at 10. And so a lot of it is, Erica Badu. That's where the neo soul influences come from. And then I just was really heavily inspired by live instrumentation a lot, and me just really trying to mimic that. So I guess, that's where it comes from. It's just more so like I'm inspired by the horn section. I'm inspired by the rhythms and the drums, and me trying to like emulate that somehow vocally is fun for me. And I'm just really inspired by just live musicianship and trying to figure out how to keep doing that and create timeless music from that.
I love that, especially because nowadays we have so many people that use those beat machines. I got one for my son because he's really big in rap and all that. So I think it's really cool, but I love the fullness of live music. And that's why like I mentioned like Masego and even Anderson Pack, but he also does use the beat machines too, but they have that understanding of the live music and the fullness of everything that you're talking about. And I can hear it when I listened to the music video that we just played. I can hear it when you like all the runs and how you're able to do that. I just love that. And I think that that's something that brings a diversity to music. So I'm excited about that. And then is this album that you're working on, is this your first album? Is this like your debut album?
Yes, this is my first solo
Wow.
debut. So I did release an album with my former band No Lovely Thing in 2019. And but this is Melissa Jones. This is me, and I'm just really excited. I'm collaborating with an amazing producer, Eric Lewis. He's also a bass player, and just the way that we vibe and we come together to create some really like dope stuff. I'm just really excited to put that out there and like really showcase my voice, and also just showcase the growth over this pandemic time, because most of the music was formulated over this time. So just kind of like taking the time to reinvent myself in a way and show people something else from me.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm really excited about that.
Yes, congratulations. That's exciting. We're excited for your solo debut. And I think that it's really notable that you were able to utilize the pandemic to create, because we have two different things happening with creators. We have people who are in the pandemic and they're like, no, I'm going to rest and I'm going to find myself, revive myself. And then we have people who are like, this is the perfect opportunity for me to create. And I'm one of those people as well. And I think that is really great to hear someone that's like, I'm gonna step out and come out solo and create with this amazing producer. Did you move to New York before the pandemic or during?
During, I moved last July. Last July, and right now I am in Oakland, California.
Okay.
I just flew in last night, and I haven't been here in almost a year. So I'm here visiting friends and family. And so yeah, I've been in Brooklyn and moved during the pandemic, and it was crazy.
Yeah, who
But a
does
lot of
that?
amazing things came out of it. So
Melissa is out here just breaking like what? She was like, okay, I know that it's in the middle of this pandemic, but I'm gonna move out here. Did you move to do this album?
I was working on it remotely, and then it makes sense to kind of work on it being there. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, I'm excited. Like that's big. So that means that there's definitely going to be some new energy in this that you're creating. So I'm excited for us to share that. You have to come back on in September. And you know what? I'm not even going to hold on the dates. Whenever you are ready to come back on, you have to come back on so that we can really get a whole vibe of this album.
Yes, let's do it. I'm ready.
All right. So okay. So now that we're talking about you done moved in a pandemic, you created and you're creating an album. Um, let's see. What influences you to actually make music? Like because you have this opportunity to create, especially like because of the pandemic. Like what do you use to create? Like what inspires you to start making music?
Movement usually helps me. I work out every day, outdoors, being a California girl. I'm really inspired just by nature, um, my general physical surroundings, my conversations with people, networking with people, books. I'm a writer. I have two poetry books also that are published, and so I poetry is definitely my love. I mean, poetry and music go hand in hand, coincide with each other, and so I think just just the beauty of language and studying people and being outside really gets my brain circulating and flowing, and so I think that's where all of that comes from. And then I'm able to kind of take those ideas and think about things in a different way and kind of flip it.
Yes. Okay. I'm excited. And then with your music videos, do you come up with those concepts?
So for the first video, I I collaborated with a production group, all Black women led production group called Sodega out in Brooklyn, and they helped me develop that storyline, and helped shoot it and styled me and everything. And then the second video I released Without You a couple of weeks ago. That was more free flowing, kind of just more about the aesthetic and being out in nature. And yeah, the next video though that I that I'm gonna be working on is gonna be awesome, and my producer is gonna be helping me co-direct that one. So it's just a combination of collaborations with different people and coming up with ideas, and I've been having a lot of fun collaborating with people, and like this is a big deal, and I'm just really excited to just be in a new environment, and I'm learning so much and growing so much, so I'm excited.
Absolutely. Well, I'm loving this evolution. And then you keep dropping these videos. So is this gonna end up being a visual album too?
That would be dope if my budget was big enough. But no, I'm just it's just gonna be one more video, so three singles, three videos, and then the album. I am gonna be releasing a few more live videos for the other two singles, and then another song that's not a single on the album. I'll be releasing that as well. So there's going to be plenty of content, but it won't be a video for each song of the album. So
And I really love, so I got to watch the second video as well. But I really love the live performance. And I want to make sure that you know that before we leave, if you want to cue that up at any point in time for the audience, that they will be completely fine and happy to watch it. But I really like that. I am a fan of live performances. I think that some of the shows back in the day that existed that were really great had live performances, and that is a skill that not every musician has, because some people, they are studio artists. Like some people, they need auto tune, like some people need certain things. So to be able to perform in front of people is a talent, it's a skill. But my question is, do you feel like you have a stronger connection when you're performing versus when you're recording in the studio?
definitely, yeah. I mean, it's the energy is always bigger. There's a lot more space to be freer, I guess, and to experiment, and just the overall warmth of just the audience and the connection that you build. It kind of fuels the energy, the band. It kind of like it gives, rise to motivation to try stuff, versus being in the studio. And I definitely, I love doing both, but yes, there's nothing like performing live in front of people and connecting and being able to have that audience participation and back and forth, and so many like different opportunities to do some really like cool stuff on the spot. It's always just an adventure, and it's fun every time.
Yes.
So
All right, so y'all hear that? Everybody in the audience, what she's saying is when she does come out with the album, she gonna come back and do a live performance. It's gonna be really no. But no, I feel that, and I agree. Like the audience and just being there, I think that's one of the things with the pandemic that did affect a lot of musicians is the fact that they couldn't connect with their audience the way that they wanted to, and it was kind of like, oh my God, I'm alone. Like some people need that energy, so I'm excited that the world's opening back up. I'm super excited for everything that you have coming up. We only have like a few minutes left, and I know that this last live video is like 6 minutes long. So I want to make sure that people are able to find you. I want to make sure that people are able to connect with you and know anything else that you have coming up. So please run all of that for us.
yeah, so you can find me on Instagram, Melissa Jones Music, and you can find me on YouTube. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, YouTube M Jones, and you can have access to my live music video, as well as the video that I just released for my single, that released 2 weeks ago, and other videos that I'll be coming out with. I'll be releasing another video in August for my 3rd single, so stay tuned for that.
Yes, that's awesome. We're excited. We're so glad to have you on. I'm excited for everything that you have coming up. I'll be waiting for the video in August. I'll be listening out for the album in September, and I will be supporting you as much as we possibly can. So whatever you need, you let us know. But I want you to cue up your song. Like give us some breakdown, some history to it, and then we're gonna roll out with this.
Okay. I don't really know. I don't really know how to introduce it. It's just it's a live version of Without You, which is my 2nd single I just released 2 weeks ago.
Wow.
And it's killing. So I don't know what else to say.
I think that's it. So everyone, y'all know that she lives off of live, and she did a really great live performance. So without further ado, we want to thank you for being on here tonight, Melissa. We will make sure that everyone finds you. But everyone, I want you all to just chill out for the remainder of the show and check out her amazing live performance right here, right now.
If you do it, we'll just do the lyrics from the first verse. Oh, nobody's going.
Just do that.
Birds fly high and they make it through the room where I lay my head at night. I know that life is an open bloom. Just dream on and fly. I know that we can make it. I know our love is sacred. We got a lot of patience. We can't predict the future or the rivers when they decide to wash our bodies before the sun is lost. shine. We're going beyond the stars this time. I want you, baby. I want our love to last, baby. I won't run, baby. Not even, baby. I don't know what I would do without your love. I don't know. I don't know what I would do without you, baby. Ooh. I want her back. I want you, baby. I want our love to last a lifetime. Yeah. Nah, baby, baby. I don't know what I would do. I don't know. I don't know what I would do without your love. I don't know. I don't know what I'd do without your love. I need your love. I don't want you, baby. I won't be scared. I won't run, baby. I want our love to last, baby.
Yes! Woo! I was over here just vibing. I hope you heard all of the instruments that she emulates with her voice. It was amazing. I'm so glad that you guys got to check out the amazing Melissa live. She has an album coming out. Please make sure that you follow her on social media and check out the videos that she has on her YouTube channel. She has another video that will be dropping in August. So it was great to kick off Black Music Month with her this month. Also, next week, we will be having the Competitive by Nature on Unscripted to talk about our Juneteenth event. And we will also be talking more about our partnerships that we have coming up. But up next is Unfriended. So stay tuned and check out Unfriended, where social media woes get dealt with in real life. Stay tuned. Thank you guys for checking us out. Be back next week, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Unscripted TV. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell your friends' friends to come back and check us out on Redefining Now. All right, you guys, have a great night.